Ugh.
I love how it's like, please check the video resolution. The current resolution is 640 by 480. Yeah, that's because it's a PS1 game.
I mean, it's looking pretty...
It knows what it's doing. Okay, we're in good shape, I think. I think. That is hentai, I think.
Was it?
Oh, yeah, I'll show you later.
Oh, she just got her email. Where's my fucking Felix?
He's off having a good old time. Alright, so one of the things to note about Forbidden Memories that is very different from Duels of the Roses is that the name that you put in doesn't really matter what decks you get. And in fact, you don't really get a choice as to what deck you pick at the beginning. So it's all based on just random RNG seeds. And they try to make them as balanced as possible by giving you monsters around the same range of stats, as well as like one equip and one field spell, as one is one field nuke, like Regeki or Monsterborn, Regeki or Dark Hall. And so we're going to roll to see what kind of deck we get. And we want is a deck that has multiple dragons or thunder types if we get lucky. And then hopefully it would be better for us to have Regeki than Dark Hole. And it would also be the best possible field spell we can get that's optimal for this run is Umi, which is the, or Yumi, the ocean terrain field spell. And the reason for that is it is optimal to boost our strongest monster's attack while not also boosting the attack of monsters that would otherwise benefit from the mountain terrain. So that's what we want to try to avoid. So I'm going to attempt to back out to the main menu here. I didn't want to do that, actually. Fine, we'll just do a practice duel. Who gives a fuck? So
what we are doing.
This is just with a random RNG seed. And so just like in Duels of the Roses, this I'll explain more as we get into the campaign. But you can just select as many cards out of your hand and like put them together in a combo and just drop a bunch of them out of your hand and say, I don't want any of this crap, and then draw that same amount of cards the next turn. So you only have a hand limit of 5, but you can just... There's no draw cards in this game because you can just draw more. And none of the things we really have here make good fusion material. I'm going to keep the rock... Maybe? None of this stuff makes good fusion material, though, so we're just going to put the strongest thing on the board. Get all that out of our hand. The fusion mechanic works essentially the same as in Duels of the Roses, except it is a little bit more generous with what it's willing to do in terms of typing or theming, and is not as restrictive when it comes to stats. I think the Military and the Warrior will give us a Garvis, if I'm not mistaken. And then the Rock and the Dragon should get us a Stone D. Yeah, so here we go. We get a Stone D. And as you can see, there's no restriction on the stats or not as strict of a restriction on the stats as in Duels of the Roses. That was a balancing thing in Duels of the Roses, where they insisted that the monsters have specific stats to be able to make certain formulas, as well as certain formulas just straight up requiring specifically named monsters. Yeah, oh, Flame Server, it's even better. I guess that's because we use the monster Kagemusha of the Blue Flame, and so for some reason it was like, oh, it has flame in its name. Add that to the formula for Flame Server, so... I guess this deck isn't as bad as we thought it was. But we're still going to roll new RNG after we win here. Like, there's no way I'm actually playing with this deck. It has, like, no dragons or thunders, and we're going to hit a stone wall almost immediately with it. God, we have some weak stuff. I don't think I can fuse anything else. You're a warrior. Maybe I can make a zombie warrior. Yep, there it is. Wow, 1200 attack. What?
I'm trying to find my fucking receipt for Felix.
Oh, that's on you. I didn't do it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start a new game. and I don't know what kind of if we're going to get the correct deck right off the bat. So if we don't, then we may have to re-roll and see what we get. Here we go. Okay, so for the name, what? Can't find it? You know you ordered them, right?
I'm gonna cry! What the fuck?
What if you didn't order it?
I could have sworn I did.
So the name is actually going to be the same as our name for the Duels of the Roses run. So, and that name was Apollo. Let's see if I remember how to spell this. I think it was just...
L-L-O.
L-O-O, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, there's the receipt.
Friggin' hell. It's not what I wanted.
Bitch. Oh, I ordered him back in friggin' September. That's why I couldn't find it.
And again, you get a unique RNG seed every time you start the game. That's why it says your duelist code has been recorded. But it doesn't actually have any impact on the deck you get. Oh, Jamie says hello, specifically to you.
Hello. I love you.
But yeah, it doesn't have any impact on what deck you get. Another thing is that you cannot trade. So basically, what they wanted to prevent you from doing is copying your save data from one memory card to another, and just trading all of your cards from the duplicate slot over to get multiples of your best cards. That being said, there is a way around that, and it's pretty easy to do. So there actually is a way that you can duplicate cards, but it requires 3 memory cards as opposed to 2. So the story...
That's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, you think that's ridiculous? That is required to beat this game. That is what I had. That is what I had to do to get it. I had to use my PS1 memory card, my brother's PS1 memory card, and Dustin's PS1 memory card just to beat this game. I'm not even kidding.
I don't think I played this one growing up. I played the other one that had the weird open world map.
Yeah. Falls Bound Kingdom or whatever.
Yeah, that was I played that one in Duels of the Roses. I never touched this one.
Okay, so the story in this one actually starts out in ancient Egypt. I'm going to try to do some commentary over the dialogue here, because it's like the story scenes are very visual novel style, and I actually quite like it. This is it. I've found it at last. The forbidden treasure of the ancient sorcerers.
Sister Far.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love you.
Well, I have like this whole game script practically memorized too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I can't say much. I can quote most of Sonic Adventure 2.
And you can quote the the fandom of Adventure 2 as well, right?
Yeah, I sure fucking can.
God, me and so like it was a weird it was like some weird Mandela effect moment where like I had the Faker line from Sonic Adventure 2 like beaten over my head from 3 different sources within the same couple of days, or 4 different sources, because we watched that video of the dub. It was mentioned in a live stream that I watched. Chris mentioned it and Sam mentioned it. I'm like, what is happening to me?
Faker part?
Yeah, I'm being like bombarded by this meme, and I don't understand what's happening.
It's because you're Archer.
No, it's the Sonic Adventure 2, the Shadow line. They're just making fun of.
Out?
That had nothing to do with me, though. Anyway, Simon here. So,
my goofy voice.
he is the reoccurring character from all of the video games. He only exists in the video games. Did you ever watch the Capsule Monsters movie?
No, long time ago.
Neither have I. I don't know if he's in that, but as far as I know, he's not in any of the anime. But he's just Simon Mooran here. He's not Simon McMooran like in Duels of the Roses. My dear prince, are you going into the city to play cards again? You are of royal blood, walking the city streets dressed as a commoner. Have you no shame? Quite frankly, I'm embarrassed. So there's actually a way we can duel him here. It's very specific. Like we have to listen to him up to a certain point, and then try to run away, and we can duel him. I don't know what the combination of those things is in order to get the duel against him by heart. So I'm actually going to opt to skip it and run away, so I can do some duels in the in the city here, because if I listen to him all the way and he takes me back to my room, the story progresses much further than what I want it to. So I want to be able to do some duels in the ancient Egyptian city here. So we're going to run away. Wait, stop, my prince! Drat, he's gone. Alright, so in the ancient Egyptian part of the game, we actually have a couple different locations we can go to. This looks way cooler than it actually is. None of these places hardly do anything in terms of gameplay. So, the Pharaoh's Palace, if we go back there, it literally just goes back to Simon and we progress to the next part of the game. If we go to the Duel Ground, there's like 4 different opponents we can face right now, all of which are pretty weak, and we can actually defeat them with the crappy starter deck that we have. The Town Plaza, I think that's where we can fight Seto at this stage. And then the card shop... No, we can probably beat him. Seto the first, at least.
Seto the first.
Well, like, there's...
Sorry.
You fight Seto 3 times in this game, and so it goes Seto first, Seto second, and Seto third is what they call it in the game's duelist library. So, and Jamie says my voice for the sorcerer is a better Jafar than the live-action Jafar.
Yikes.
Yeah, that is a yikes. Card shop is where we save and redeem star chips, which is an irrelevant mechanic that you'll never be able to take advantage of, because the amount of star chips you'd have to win to buy any good cards is physically impossible to do. Another reason why this game is kind of bullshit. Right. And then the shrine, I don't think does anything at this point. So we're gonna go to the Duel Ground, and we're gonna duel ancient Egyptian versions of our favorite characters.
That's amazing.
I've been waiting for you, Apollo.
You're not gonna let me do this? Fine.
Unless you
Go
want to.
for it.
Jodo was also here a few minutes ago, but he's gone now. How about a duel? Of course. So we're gonna find out what RNGC we got if we got a deck I care about. Hope you're not a sore loser.
Just you wait.
Alright, so let's go by... I think that's by type.
Buku.
Yeah, it's a book. It's a pun.
Oh.
As you can see, all of our monsters are laughably weak, and to compound the problem, they're all vanillas. There's not a single effect monster in this entire game.
Yuck.
So we have 2 warriors.
Your candy.
Fiends are bad because they don't fuse into anything.
Ew, you're peppermint patty.
We have 1 thunder.
Thunder! A water dragon.
2 rocks. Regeki and Wasteland Acts of Despair. I think
feel despair.
I think this deck is actually shit, and we're not going to use it. We're going to reroll.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I guess I'm probably going to have to get through this duel unless there's a way I can surrender it. I think there is, actually. No, I guess there's not. I'm just gonna have to win then. Like, there's no way around this. And again, this goes to show you how bad this deck is, because there's literally nothing I can fuse in my opening hand. Which is actually pretty common with the starter decks. So, oh, the music is really good in this game. You'll have to rewatch it on the upload and hear it, like, in its authentic state.
Right.
So I guess I'll go over the mechanics here in this throwaway duel we're doing. So you can only play 1 card on the board per turn. Yeah. That goes for monsters and spell traps.
Yeah.
Equips you add to the card while you play it, when you combo them up in order like that, like I showed before. Again, the primary source of getting anything accomplished in this game is by fusing. You can either set a monster like that. You can actually play face-down attack position in this game, which you cannot do in the actual TCG. This game is widely considered to be based off of a beta version of the TCG, because the actual TCG did not exist when this game and Dark Duel Stories was being made. Dark Duel Stories is basically the Game Boy Color equivalent of this.
I have a question.
Yeah. Yes.
There's like planetary symbols down there. For, like,
oh yes.
What the fuck?
So, I mentioned that at some point in the Duel Stories Let's Play. Perfect example right here. So, this Mystic Lamp, which is otherwise weaker than us, had a Guardian Star Mercury, and that was favorable against the Guardian Star of our monster, so it got an attack bonus.
What?
Some of the early Yu-Gi-Oh games feature this mechanic, mainly again, Forbidden Memories, Dark Duel Stories, and the Sacred cards feature this mechanic. Oh, we actually got something. A Snake Yashi with 1,000 attack. As you can see, there's no Guardian Star interaction between those two. But there's some very noteworthy ones. I think the Sun is good against the Moon. Mars is good against something. Like, I don't even have them memorized, but I at least know what some of the ones that... I know, like, what certain monsters will drop that will end up giving us a bad day. The other thing, too, is that the AI can only play the top option for the Guardian Star. They can't play the other option. So if there's an option that is more favorable, they can't select it. And we can. So we can potentially use a monster that would otherwise be weaker than an opponent's monster, but we can get that Guardian Star advantage. That comes up a lot with the strongest monster in the game, which... or the strongest monster we can actually get in the game, which you guys will see when I eventually get to that point. Michelle's watching this like, this is not Yu-Gi-Oh! At all.
What is this? This is diabolical. That's
Also,
what the fuck it is.
can we talk about how these two trees are literally the same monster? And I bet you their 3D model is also the same, too. That's something
Wait,
that...
you have a 3D model?
Oh, yeah! So this game also has, like, the 3D
You're blowing
battles.
my mind here. What the fuck am
they
I
look,
watching?
They look really bad.
Oh, no. Okay.
Mushroom Man! God.
I don't fucking remember all these symbols.
The Guardian Star symbols?
Yes, God.
It's literally, it's the Roman gods.
I know that. I just don't remember the symbols to the gods.
Oh yeah, I barely remember them either. That's right. You just saw Happy Lover for game. That happened. So when we finish a duel, it gives us results. It shows us how many turns it took. This was terrible, of course. Shows us how many cards we used and how many cards our opponent used. How much life points we ended up with. How many Guardian Stars we earned, and the card we won as a result. The cards you win for the majority of the game are all going to be bad, but certain characters later on have the potential to win better cards, but in order to even have access to that better card pool, you need to win with a certain rank. So you see we have a B rank there, and our the style of victory that we achieved was through power, so we get a B power rank.
How?
There's also tech ranks, which involve you using spells and traps, and sometimes intentionally dragging out the game for more turns than you would get for a power rank. But in order to get the majority of the better cards in the game, we need to be achieving like S-techs and stuff like that on some of the better characters in the game later on. And that, again, is one of the reasons why this game is almost impossible to finish casually without looking up some kind of walkthrough or something, because the only decent cards in the game that allow you to finish it are impossible to find. Ouch! Looks like I lost. Oh well. I'll play you again when I get a little better. Go outside!
Fuck. What the fuck?
I don't want to play with you anymore. No, I don't want to go over there. Alright, let's re-roll our fucking deck.
Okay. So I got a theory for you, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching Fine Sauce, Nose Doctor. I love me some Vinny.
Uh-huh.
But he was talking about how if he dies and becomes a ghost, he's gonna go back in time and haunt Jesus. And somebody goes, ghosts can't time travel. And his response was, how do you know that they can't time travel? And I just keep thinking about that.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
But, so if they could, he's not the first person to think about that, which means that there's already ghosts harassing Jesus, which means her history's already been impacted by that. That's how time travel works.
Is that how that works?
I mean, yeah, that's... Oh, for fuck's sake, computer.
Computer went night-night.
Get tired of us talking.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been thinking about that. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I just like his, like, defiant, like, how do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know? And you're right. How do you know? You can't fucking argue that. And these are reasons why I enjoy watching Fine Sauce.
That's fair.
That and his music conversations. Alright, forbidden memories. Me. I'm kidding. No, yes.
Yeah,
You yeah.
my joke was just gonna be like, ancient Egyptian Brooklyn accent. Yeah. Like, that's... It just to point out the ludicrousness of it.
Does it actually type out it?
No. It doesn't... His dialogue is not written...
Like Joey's.
Yeah, it's not written silly.
Fucking God.
Alright, so let's duel Taya again and see what deck we got this time. See, that didn't take too long to re-roll our deck. I wish there was a faster way to check that didn't involve...
having to fucking duel?
That didn't involve, yeah, like running away. We had a lot of warriors this time. Not that that really matters. Few fiends. I appreciate that because they're terrible. They don't fuse in anything. 3 machines.
Jinzo, number 7.
1 thunder. The weaker Jinzo. And you know what? I can't help but wonder if this was supposed to be like Android number 7, but they didn't want to title that because they didn't want to rip off Dragon Ball Z. Because Jinzo's Japanese name is fucking amazing. It's called Psycho Shocker Android.
What is a Griggle?
It's a little ugly plant thing.
Oh, ew. Throw that away.
Got Yami and Regeki and Invigoration.
Is this okay? Or is this another reroll?
No, it's bad. We're gonna reroll again. It literally has 1 thunder, no dragons.
So we want dragons.
I want at least 2 dragons and 2 thunders for me to feel even somewhat adequate about this deck. Oh God.
Oh no.
That's like an Ojama larvae is what that is.
No.
Can
Like lay eggs, don't they?
Can I? What?
Like a larvae.
What?
Come from an egg, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm implying that Ojamas lay eggs.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. I think an Ojama egg nest would be actually less disturbing than an Ojama live birth. I'm gonna reset the console and see. Let's see if I can type in a simple name without fucking up this time.
Why are we naming it Apollo again?
Because that was the name of Duel of the Roses. I think that was either your decision or Michael's decision.
I think it was Michael, but I support that because I like the name Apollo.
Yeah, after we convinced Michael that Dick Butt was not going to be the name.
Yeah, no. Jersey Mike's. John got Jersey Mike's.
Amazing. So, like, this is not a speed run. This is not a randomizer. This is not a personal best attempt. This is not a world record attempt. I will be talking about a lot of the stuff that goes on in those communities, but this is literally just a casual run where we take in the story. I want to show off every opponent in the game. I want to talk about some of the viable strategies, so on and so on.
Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure it's working on our... Yeah, we're good. John likes Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's. Alright, so let's try to duel Taya again.
Hey, take the buffalo chicken. Isn't that what you usually get?
Yeah, I mean, I just like buffalo chicken anything. I like tangy and spicy.
I do too.
Oh, we got a dragon. I saw it.
A dragon? Which dragon?
Yamato Dragon Scroll. That is literally a dragon. I'm okay with that. And how many thunders? That's a lot of fiends. I'm not okay with that. No thunders. Do I want to keep this and just go from there? See what I can make with it? Let me look at some of the other types in here. Oh, we got one of my absolute favorite.
What is that?
It's a Air Marmot of Nefariousness.
A horned beaver with wings that throws high-velocity acorns from the sky with uncanny accuracy. What in the hell?
You know what's even better about this, too? Is this card didn't come to the TCG until, like, 2006 or something, and it was in a tournament pack, and the localized name they gave it was Archfiend Marmot of Nefariousness. So, like, yeah, it's amazing. Do we have enough stuff to make, like, Flower Wolf and stuff? How many plants do I have? One plant. We've got some rocks.
Pot the trick.
I don't like... This is for dinosaurs. Do we even have any dinosaurs? We have one whole dinosaur.
It's a little D.
Insert
Karibo.
Insert your jokes there. Yeah, Karibo's useless because he can't fuse in anything. Yeah, I'm gonna want to re-roll again.
Maybe one more time is the charm.
Yeah, I'm gonna. He did in his armor.
Yeah.
I realized too that when we switch over to like the file that actually has good cards, the name won't be Apollo anymore because it's an old save file. But at least it'll be entertaining for the audience because the deck will actually have good cards and actually be able to finish the game. Because I am not doing that grinding on this playthrough. I'm loading a different save file when we get to that particular point in the game. You guys will know what it is. There's actually also there's a particular opponent when we get to the modern era, and we play against the tournament. I can't remember what the tournament's called, but it's the one where like we're actually in the Millennium Puzzle with Yugi. There's opponents start playing like Labyrinth Wall with like 3,000 defense, and unless we can manipulate the AI to not play that, it's literally a stone wall to prevent us from progressing unless we can get something that can beat over 3,000.
His little round eyeballs and surprise!
Yeah, he's like, oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
One more time.
That's a song.
It is by Daft Punk.
Yes. Correct.
Tay, I'm getting a little tired of kicking your ass.
You haven't even. You only done it once.
Alright, we got one dragon.
It's a petite. I love it. It's a BB.
It is, I like him. And we got it again. We also got the Chonky Boy.
Oh my god, I look at this. Oh my god.
The
ill-mannered field mouse that chews on anything.
It's the...
So an asshole Pikachu.
Yeah. So, we got the air Marvin of Nefariousness and the obese Marvin of Nefariousness.
Okay, hang on. How is that, the air one, a beaver, and then this was a mouse?
I don't know. Somebody had to write the flavor text.
They suck. We got a dinosaur. We got Saurus.
No Thunders. We got Mountain, though. I'll take that. Yeah, hell with it. We're going to keep this. I guess we're stuck keeping it because of what I said before.
Here we go. I'm feeling lucky.
I'm not. This game will punish you for even thinking you have a chance at being lucky. Oh my god. This Gen 1 art is so disturbing.
Bird?
It's a beaked snick. That is a very disturbing concept.
It's like zoomed in on its face, like in the card. Like,
yeah.
Like
we're going to make a bean soldier.
A bean?
Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, yep.
Made a tree.
We are.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
Bean soldier. I also like Bean Soldier's sword. It's like it's the same sword that's on Salamandra.
Salamandra.
Yeah. That's a Joey card. I think that's actually in this game too. Oh look, we got a walking meme, right? Did I explained to you the meme behind this, right?
Nope.
So like
it croaks as it attacks.
So hang on. We're actually gonna make something out of the obese, the chunky boy. We're gonna make a dog.
Oh,
flower
it's a
wolf.
Doggy. What a good dog.
What a good dog.
What's his flavor text?
We'll read it here in a second. So like this is a fusion monster in the actual game, an actual fusion monster in the actual game, so it doesn't have flavor text in the real game. So a beast covered in flowers from head to toe.
Okay.
That's good enough.
Uninspiring.
Yeah, uninspiring considering that like it didn't have actual flavor text in the actual game. What was I just talking? Oh yeah, the Frog the Jam thing.
Yeah.
So can I do something with you two? Yeah, I can.
Yeah, boy.
Cherubian the Fire Knight, which is also a fusion monster in the actual game. So when the McDonald's pack came out all the way back in 2002, Frog the Jam, as it was called, was released in the TCG. And then in the GX and 5Ds era, we started making a ton of Frog support. And so, because the original name... Do I have anything that will actually be powered up by Mountain? Not a single thing.
Awesome.
because I think I can make something with a rock and a warrior, though. Maybe.
I'll have to find out.
Yep. It's okay. It's not anything great. It's enough to kill him, though.
I mean...
Kill her.
Has anything been super great here?
I mean, we made, in that first test duel, we made, like, Flame Cerberus to 2100 and Stone D with 2000. Which we can still make Stone D here with the Rock and the Dragon.
You won! Pow pow.
And so, because the original Japanese name for Frog the Jam was not Frog the Jam, it didn't have the word frog in it, they had to include in the text for all of the frog cards except Frog the Jam so they wouldn't affect Frog the Jam. And so, like, that has become a meme where it's like on all the Red Eyes cards it says except Red Eyes Black Chick. Because it's not called Red Eyes Black Chick in Japanese, so they couldn't have it. It would be ruling issues. It's also a ruling issue like that with Rainbow Dragon, because Rainbow Dragon is not just called Rainbow Dragon in Japan. It's called Ultimate Crystal God Rainbow Dragon.
Oh.
And so the card text for Rainbow Neos in Japan actually says Neos and one Ultimate Crystal God monster. But in the English it says Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon. Until they started adding, like, other support for Crystal Beasts, and they're like, oh wait, we fucked up. We gotta go back.
Wait, no, go back.
So I guess gotta dub this guy too. You know, there's some kind of festival going on in the town plaza, but we'd rather play games right here like we always do. I completely fucking agree. Wanna take me on? Come on, let's play a game. Of course. Okay, let's play.
That sounds...
Roll credits.
Did we just get an armed ninja?
Yeah. Which I could probably swap out for, like, something that can't fuse, because at least he's a warrior.
Is that Morphing Jar?
It is Ancient Jar, which is Morphing Jar with no effect. Yeah. Let's see if this can power up our dude. It can! Yes!
Fuck it up. Suck our knobs.
Me knob.
Me knob.
There it is.
The fucking beaver.
Bat. Literally just bat.
It doesn't... Okay.
We need to get rid of some of this stuff. So all these first opponents here in the Duel Ground in Ancient Egypt are incredibly weak. And I actually love the concept of this, because I can't help but feel like in the actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Continuity, like in the show and everything, that cards that are accessible to the average player, at least like in the DM era... Oh, we have a beast and a plant. We can do the thing.
That weird beaver thing.
That most of the cards that are accessible to, like, the average scrub are, like, these super weak vanilla monsters with under 1,000 attack. And that rare cards like what Yugi's grandpa had are pretty significantly powerful. And then, of course, the power creep just goes off the window when you get in, or out the window when you get into some of the more supernatural characters. And then, of course, there it is. Oh, you know what? I think we can make a cyber dinosaur thing, too. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's cute! In an ugly way.
Skullangel will do a thing.
Fucking game.
Because even in, like, at the beginning of the original show, we see Yugi and Joey dueling at school, and they're using, like, these era vanilla scrub monsters with under 1,000 attack. And then even in 5Ds, when we see, like, the first cards that Crow got as a kid... Oh, I fuck, I'm skipping his dialogue. He's like, hey, did you find any good cards? I managed to find a pretty good card myself. If you want it, you'll have to beat me. But if you lose, you'll have to give me one of your cards. Alright, let's play. Again, roll credits. And now we don't actually have to give him anything. That's disgusting.
It's just a slime.
But it's not like a Dragon Quest slime. Look at that eyeball.
It's not like a Dragon Quest. I
Those-
like that. That's your argument.
That is the baseline for what a cute slime is supposed to look like, right?
I mean, slime girls exist.
Yeah, but they're meant to look like humanoid girls, though. We're taking... Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Taking that out. Put Arm Ninja in.
Fuck that slime, though. Don't fuck that slime. Don't do that. No, no.
Does that apply to the slime girls, too?
No.
What do you think?
Look at Karibo! Look how that fucking ugly it is.
So it's like... It's a Karibo... Again, it's another example of where they reuse the same monster on different
Wretched
cards.
ghost of the attic.
Mm-hmm.
He just lives in your attic. It's a harmless creature that's usually found in the attic of any home. It's literally like a fucking dust bunny.
Yeah, with eyes. It's
With
very
eyeballs.
disturbing. We have a spellcaster. Get rid of that.
Bye, Grimo.
Get rid of that. And we'll make Bean do it again. There we go.
Bean, dude. Bean!
Beans in places they shouldn't be. Beans.
What is that? God, that's like an actual... It's an actual, like...
He's attacking? You son of a... So the reason why he has this probably is because its total stats are low because it has 0 defense, but it has 1600 attack. That's pretty problematic, actually. But you know what? I think I can I can out this in a really bizarre way, though. Watch this.
What is that?
It has 1700 defense. We're gonna defend again. Oh no! No!
Oh no!
He just made. He made the thing. This scrub on the schoolyard just made the monster that we were re-rolling our deck to try to make, and it's Two-Headed Thunder Dragon. So, guess what, guys? Even back in 1999, Thunder Dragons were still meta. Here he is. He's ugly, and he's the OG. And it's the best fusion you can make out of starter deck cards in this game, because literally all you need is a... If you have a dragon that is... If you have a dragon and a thunder that are under 1600 attack, you'll make regular Thunder Dragon. And then if you have one that's over 1600 attack, you'll make Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. So let's say I fuse a dragon and a rock and I make Stone D. And then I fuse the Stone D with a thunder, I'll make Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon. Hey, Wesley's here.
Hello.
So I'm probably going to lose this, actually, which really sucks, actually, because that'll be... that. Believe it or not, even if we lose against kids in the schoolyard, that's a game over for us.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, so my only hope is to draw into Regeki at this point. And he could probably drop something else down that can beat over us. Like, this is honestly just sheer bad RNG, though, because, like I said, he normally can't do this. Even Seto can't really do this. Yeah, I think we're legitimately screwed. I'm gonna save that, because he might be able to fuse with it. Go, Frog the Jam! Can we beat over this thing? Nope. And Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon has a favorable Guardian Star against Frog the Jam. Incredible. Bye, you stupid meme. Yeah, so this is why I said I'm not feeling lucky, because this game will literally
How do you play this as a kid? Because I would have fucking been mad at me.
Oh, I literally beat this game out of spite. Like... like, I literally...
See, little Michelle wouldn't have done that.
I beat this game out of spite. I absolutely
Little Michelle would
did.
have been like, bye. Like she did with whatever the other Yu-Gi-Oh game was.
I'm honestly kind of glad I did, because I have a very... It's not good. It's not a good game.
It's not a good game.
It's designed so ass backwards. I'm actually going to just suicide myself here so I can end this sooner. I'm going to, like, kamikaze into Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon.
There's no reason to drag this out.
Yeah. Wesley's like, quickly summon Borreload. And I'm like, yeah, I would summon Borreload, take control of Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, and then attack it for a game. Oh god. We lost against Villager 2, and he still had 8,000 life points. Jamie's like, flashbacks to something upstairs, book from hearing the name of the Not Karibo, the gross ghost, and what was it called? The wretched ghost in the attic?
Yeah.
Yeah.